remember the requirement for job ad like this. You cannot put only a QR code and after that you say we are hiring and scan the QR code. No, you cannot do that. You have to do the traditional way of posting for an opening of a company. Now, for example, the very first thing, the requirement, you have to design in A5 size paper. Remember, only A5, right? Not A4. Remember that thing, right? The size of the paper is A5. And the next thing, now I will help you and give you the guidance how to design a job ad to post in the, for example, the fan page, for example, some website for employment, right? And the very first thing on the top left, what is this?
The logo.
Why exactly the logo of your company first, right? That's the identity of your company, right? The next thing, in this area, what information should be included here? Company name, exactly. The company name, right? The name of the company, not all. Next, the company name and next.
Website, personal.
Maybe website, right? Next.
Location.
Location, address, exactly. Location, right? Address, location. Location. Next. Phone, right? So that the candidates can contact you if they need, right? Phone and certainly email. Okay, that's the main information about the company in this area. And the next area, this area, what type of information should we put here? What type of information should we put here?
Cái đó dài quá.
Some sentences for what? Some sentences for what? Introduction to the company, exactly. Introduction to the company, right? To the company. If you are working for a really big company, it's really easy for you. You just describe, for example, Jabil is one of the most popular brand name in blah 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 blah, right? And the scale from 5,000 to 10,000 around the world. For example, that means when you are working for a big company, it's really easy for you to give the introduction to your company because you are a big company, right? You just talk about the scale, the position in the market right now. That's enough to appeal or to attract the candidates, right? But what if you are working for a small company or SME company and your company is not really famous in the market? How can you introduce your company? So that's the potential candidates. They think of your company and think of if they submit their profile or not. If you are working for an SME company and you are not really famous brand name, how can you appeal the candidates? How to introduce your company to appeal the candidates?
Number.
So, no. This part is about the introduction to the company. If you are working for the big company, just say we are one of the biggest company in this industry and the size of our company around 5,000 around the world, right? 5,000 people around the world. It's really appealing, right? It's really appealing, and certainly you can attract the potential candidates. But I just want to ask you, if you are working for a SME company and your brand name is not really famous and not really appeal to the candidates, so how can you introduce? You should concentrate on what information? What information should be included if your company is not really big company? The vision. The vision, the goals, why? Why you should focus on the vision and the goals of the company. For example, our company are working in this industry, this sector, and our vision to become one of 5 biggest company in the industry in Vietnam, for example. That's a vision, right? Why should you focus on vision or goals of the company if you are working for a small company?
So they should focus on the goals so they can know how can they develop their career path.
That means we have a potential. We want to prove that we also have the potential. Even now, we do not have a really big scale, but we have the potential and we have a desire to develop in the far future. So don't worry about our future. That's it, right? So that is a way to give the introduction to the company. And what next? In this position, you should write down, for example, in Vietnamese we have a thông báo tuyển dụng, and in English we have a
recruitment.
hiring. And now this is the section. You have to put what kind of information here? The main information about the job. For example, the job title, and how many positions do you need? For example, job title, salesperson, right? Okay, and the number of position you need, right? Number of position. For example, 03. That means you will hire 3 sales persons from this job ad. Got it? And the next thing you have to put here, the location. Why you have to put location here? Because the location here and the location here,
They're different.
right, maybe different, right? For example, now you are running business in Ho Chi Minh City, but you are hiring people for the brand in Long An province, for example. That's it. So you have to put location here to clarify for the employee about their future location of work, right? And what next? What next? Job description. Job description. You just put about 3 to 5, only 3 to 5 main duties of this position in your company. Just put really in a simple way, right? Really in simple way and concise way. Do not put too many things here because it's not necessary. You can discuss with the candidates via your interview, right? Okay, so just put around 3 to 5 job description here, right? Okay, and what next? What next? What next? The requirements, right? The requirements, right? About the level of training, about the number of years of experience, right? And anything else, for example, personalities, anything else, right? The skills, you just put all the requirements here. And you have to base on the information in your JD, right? In your JD, you have a written. You have a written and you just put it here, right? And what next? Right. Compensation and benefits. Okay, benefits. Actually, we have 2 types of compensation and benefits. The first one is the financial benefits, and the second one is the non-financial benefits. You should put the financial first, and the non-financial after that. Got it? Because the most important is about the physical materials, right? So the very first thing you should put some benefits related to finance and money. You put it first. And something related to non-financial condition, for example, the promotion chances, right? For example, training chances, you put it after financial issues, right? And the last thing, what next? How to submit their profile, right? How to submit and the deadline. How to submit and the deadline, right? And you have to put down all the needed information here. For example, the profile, you need to include some types of documents, right? What type of document do the potential candidates need to include in the profile when they submit their profile to your company, right? And the next period of time that the company open for submission, right? And any further question, do you have any contacts for the employee, for the potential candidate to contact you or not? You to put it here, right? To put it here. For example, you can contact this number and Miss Hua, for example, right? To ask for further information. That's it. And remember, next week, each group, you have to show your job ad here. Put it here, right? You have to submit to my laptop and I will show it for you, right? And you to come here and you have to play a role. You have to play a role as a recruiter from this company. To come here to call for submission from all the potential candidates here, right? And just within 5 minutes. Just within 5 minutes to appeal to talk to all the potential candidates here. Remember, you have to play a role as a recruiter of that company, right? Play a role. And I will not assess this assignment, but all other members in your class will assess this one. Via 4 criteria. Have you ever heard about AIDA? Have you ever heard about this thing? Ever? Not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so when we assess the effectiveness of a job ad, we have 4 criteria. The first criteria, that job ad must create the
Accuracy.
attention.
Attention.
The very first thing, you have to gain the attention from the audience. The very first thing, right? And after gain the attention, you have to generate what? Interest. That means they are interested in the position you are talking about, right? And after gaining the interest from the audience, the next thing you have to gain is
Desire.
desire. Exactly, desire. That means they really want to apply for that job. Got it? After that, after generate the desire from the audience, the next thing you have to generate is about the guidance of action, right? Action. So certainly the attention depends on. Remember, the attention, the first criterion, depends on your design and depend on the way you hook your audience. Got it? And the second criterion, interest. How can you generate the interest? It's about how you talk about the job. Is that interesting or not? The job is interesting to the audience or not, right? It's about the interest. And how about desire? The desire, it depends on the way you introduce about your company and especially the benefits. Got it? That's a desire. And the last criteria about action, it totally depends on this section. The way you give out the guidance is a transparency or not, right? With the transparency or not, that's been clear or not, right? Specific or not. It depends on this section for the last criterion here. Okay. So next week, after all the presentation, certainly you can gain any point for you if you have the question for the presenting group, right? You can ask for further question about the job if you want to clarify, right? Okay. And certainly you will gain the extra point for your group if you have a question for the presenting group. And after that, all the group you will evaluate. You will evaluate each of the job ad via four criteria. And certainly I will draw a table here so that you can draw the table and evaluate the job ad of each group. Right? Got it? Any question about this assignment?